Hi guys, I'm gonna make a YouTube video on my kimchi recipe. I don't even have one that's consistent, it changes every time, but I'm gonna make a big batch, so I think might as well record it. Yeah, I'm just gonna start with cutting up the cabbage first. So I'm just gonna take it out of the bag. Okay, for cutting it, what I first do is I cut off the base and then I start tearing it apart, kind of. I don't know. Actually, I think I cut it differently every time also. I forget. Okay, that goes in my trash bag. I don't know, find some sort of way to separate it. I'm gonna do quarters. Halved, and then did that. And actually, this is kind of big, so I'm gonna cut it one more time. Cool. Okay, so having all the little sections, now I'm going to cut it. You can cut it up however you want, and then if the leaves are still together like they are in this, I would cut them so that they separate. Yep, and now they're separate, and now you can cut however you like. I kind of like doing diagonal because it gets interesting little texture. Because I like when it has the stem, like part of the stem and part of the leafy part. That's been my favorite type of piece, is diagonal. And you're just gonna grab it, throw it in a bowl, and then cut up all of your kimchi. Time skip. This is the update. I just finished cutting the first one of them. I still have this thing to cut. This is one. Also, I weighed them and turns out I bought 9 pounds of cabbage. The next thing you do is you add salt and like a tiny bit of water into this, and then you're gonna let it sit for an hour. I got this bad boy from Sam's that this never runs out, basically. Don't be scared about over salting, because once we let this sit, we're gonna come back to it and give it a rinse. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of water here and there. That should be fine. Don't stress about this part. Yeah, so I guess while this is, we can actually just make the paste now. Yep. Okay, I have all my kimchi chopped up, salted, with salt and water, and it's just gonna chill for a bit. And in the meantime, we can start making the little paste. So just blend everything together in a blender. Easy. So I'm gonna use a whole onion, a whole apple, probably most of this garlic, at least 2 of them, probably, at least 2, and some green onion. And goes a whole onion, apple. For the green onion, I'm gonna do, I don't know, whatever size the pieces come out, 1.5 inches-ish. I'm gonna cut most of the green stuff and then put this in a bowl so I can mix it into my kimchi later. And I'm just gonna leave these. I'll cut off the little root parts later, and I'll throw it into my little blender right now. My ugly bits, I'm gonna chop off the root part. And once I do that, I'm gonna chop this into slightly smaller pieces and then start adding the other ingredients. The green onions, little bits of garlic, And now I'm gonna add all the other random stuff. Okay, and so for this, I'm just gonna do, I don't know, no measurements. Splash. Some soy sauce. And some fish sauce. But not too much because I don't like fishy. I don't like what stuff is fishy really. Okay. And some sesame oil. Careful with this because it can be very overpowering. Damn. Maybe I'm running out. And then this is the most important part. The pepper. Gochugaru. So for the powder, there's two kinds of red pepper powder, the Gochugaru. There's this one that's more fine, and then there's this one that's a bit more coarse. Either of them work, but personally, just because I do have both, I like doing a combination. So this one more for the flavor. So I'm gonna do 1 cup of this fine one. I mean, you can do less if you don't like spicy that much, but I like spicy. So I'm doing a cup of that, and then I'm also gonna add some of this one later to the actual kimchi itself, just because I really like the texture that it adds. So I'm gonna blend it. Cool. Yeah. Check this out. You could try some. I don't know what I'm tasting. I'm sure it's fine. Rinse the kimchi with water and drain it out, and then we're gonna bring it back into this bowl. I just finished rinsing all the kimchi. I've got some green onion in here. I've got the rest of the green onion set outside for the other batches. I'm gonna start mixing the kimchi together. As I'm putting it in there, I'm finishing squeezing out some of the excess moisture. Okay, this is half of the kimchi. It now fits in one bowl. I did not do that before. So I'm just gonna add the paste and I'm gonna get mixing. Enough. I'm gonna make sure I have enough for the other part of it. Yeah, I mixed it up a good bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add the more coarse chili powder, and I'm gonna add some MSG and a little bit of sugar. It's not measured, sorry guys. Just with the heart. Not even I know how much I'm putting in, man. But it'll taste fine. Trust. That is fully mixed. Now I'm gonna put it in the jar. I may or may not use my hands. I don't know. I don't know if this thing is too difficult to do. Okay. I think my hands would be easier. That's okay. We're civilized. I'm civilized.
Hello, sorry, I forgot to inform my audience, but you can eat the kimchi right after you make it, but it won't be fermented yet. What some people do is they keep it at room temp for 1 to 2 days so they can kickstart the fermentation, and then they put it in the fridge after. I don't trust that. I put it straight in the fridge, but over time the flavor will change, and I mean, if it's properly refrigerated, it'll last for months, so you'll be good.
Here you go, all done.